Sometimes, the man you're chasing for money might be the same man who will forget to buy you food when you're pregnant with his child. She left her job, betrayed the woman who fed her, and thought she had found love, until reality hit her like a thunderstorm. This is Amanda's story. How she married her madam's husband because of money and paid the price for chasing empty glitter. Amanda was beautiful, 26, and worked at a popular fashion store in town owned by a woman called Madame Remy. Madame Remy was nice, elegant, and always carried herself with pride. Her store was booming. She had classy customers. But Amanda had eyes for only one person, Mr. Martins, Madame Remy's husband. Madame Remy's husband, Mr. Martins, was tall, charming, and always drove a black Benz. Every time he came to drop off or pick up his wife, Amanda's heart would skip. He wasn't just rich, he was powerful. The kind of man who smelled like money and spoke like a politician. He would visit the store sometimes, wearing expensive suits, gold wristwatches, dark sunglasses. He had a quiet presence that screamed wealth. Amanda noticed that he rarely smiled at his wife. He didn't touch anything in the shop. He just stood and gave short instructions. That kind of man must be loaded, Amanda thought. One day, while helping him carrying something into his wife's office, Amanda accidentally brushed his hand and smiled. Mr. Martins smiled back. From that day, Amanda began giving him signs. Biting her lip. Laughing louder when he was around. Wearing tighter clothes. She would walk in slow motion. Smile. Wink, and he looked back. Madame Remy saw it all. But she said nothing. One evening, Madame Remy called Amanda to the back of the store. "Sit down, Amanda. Let me tell you something." Amanda sat, pretending not to know what it was. "You're a beautiful girl. But be careful what you chase. My husband may look like gold, but is not what you think. You're looking at my husband too much. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, he's rich. But he's stingy. That man is the reason I work day and night. This shop. My sweat. My money. Not his." Madame Remy continued, "This boutique. I built it with my own money. Martins didn't drop a dime. He's stingy, even to his children." Amanda laughed nervously. "No, Ma, I don't see him like that." "Amanda," Madame Remy said seriously. "You will meet your own man. But my husband, he is not what you think." Amanda just smiled and nodded. But inside her heart, she's trying to protect her gold mine. 2 weeks later, Amanda resigned from the store. "I need to focus on my fashion business," she told Madame Remy. Madame Remy looked at her quietly and nodded. "Okay. I wish you well." But Amanda wasn't going to focus on fashion. She was going to focus on Mr. Martins. Through private chats and late-night calls, they started talking. Amanda had started secretly meeting Mr. Martins. He liked her boldness. She liked his wallet. "My wife doesn't give me peace," he told Amanda. "You deserve happiness," Amanda whispered. It started with lunch. Then hotel visits. Then weekends in Lekki apartments. He never bought her expensive things, but he promised a good life. She believed him. Soon, Amanda got pregnant. She didn't cry. She smiled. "Now he will marry me," she thought. Amanda told him, "I'm pregnant." He looked at her with shock, then gave a slow smile. "Come and stay with me." When Madame Remy heard it, she didn't cry. She didn't shout. She called Amanda. "So, you went behind me. You're sleeping with my husband." Amanda smiled boldly. "Yes. And I'm pregnant. For your husband." Madame Remy was quiet for a moment. She didn't slap her. She only said one thing. "Congratulations. Welcome to the family. Just know that Martins doesn't spend. Even on his child." Amanda was confused. She accepted me just like that. What Amanda didn't know was, she had just entered a fire she would soon beg to leave. Mr. Martins did marry Amanda. But there was no wedding gown. No party. No ring. He said, "What's important is the registry, not the show." Amanda moved in with Mr. Martins. The house was big. The gates were tall. But the love was cold. She waited for him to show her love. Instead, he gave her a list of rules. No AC during the day. No unnecessary food. No shopping without permission. Pregnancy is not an excuse for waste. He gave her 5,000 naira as upkeep money for 1 week. Amanda was shocked. "I'm carrying your child." "Exactly. We must save for the child's future," he replied. When she asked for baby things, he replied, "A baby doesn't need luxury." When she asked for clothes, he pointed to her old ones. "These are still good." He traveled for days without telling her. He blocked her from using his cars. No food in the fridge. Just bottled water and dry cereal. She cried at night, hungry, alone, and pregnant, in a mansion filled with silence. Amanda gave birth to a baby girl, alone. He came to the hospital with a pack of bottled water and fruit. That was it. No baby clothes. No food. No hugs. No love. Hospital charges already settled. "Come home when discharged," he said. Amanda looked at her baby and whispered, "I made a mistake." She cried alone, holding her newborn. Back home, there was no celebration. Not even baby clothes. She had to wash her old wrapper to swaddle her baby. The fridge had only pap and water. Nothing more. Amanda began to shrink. Her beauty faded. Her smile disappeared. She was living with a man who wouldn't buy her painkillers after delivery. After months of begging him for food money, diaper money, even sanitary pads, and getting excuses like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," Amanda packed her bags. He didn't try to stop her. He simply said, "You're free to go. But don't expect child support. I already paid hospital bills." She carried her baby in tears and left. No car. No help. No money. She took a bus and went to Madame Remy's store. She stood outside the boutique for hours. When Madame Remy finally came out, Amanda fell to her knees. "Madam, you were right." Tears rolled down her face. "I regret everything. I thought I was smart. Please, take me back. Let me work for you again." "I'm sorry." But Madame Remy just smiled. And replied gently, "No dear. You were greedy. There's a difference. You made your choice, Amanda. I warned you. I told you he's not the man you think." Amanda cried and held her legs. "Please. I have a child. And that child needs a mother who can take responsibility." Madame Remy walked back inside. The door closed. Amanda wept in the sun. She started washing clothes for people, just to feed herself and her daughter. Little by little, her life began to take shape. She met an old woman who gave her a corner in her shop to sell second-hand clothes. Baby on her back. Pain in her heart. Amanda worked like a slave. She watched other women pushing strollers with their husbands beside them, buying ice cream, while she shared one sachet of water with her child. She stopped using makeup. She sold her iPhone. She begged God. But she smiled again. She laughed with her baby, hugged her at night, and said, "One day, we will be okay." Years passed. Mr. Martins fell sick. He had money, but no one to care for him. Amanda was gone. Madame Remy ignored him. His children hated him. He had saved all his money, and lost all his people. He reached out to Amanda. "Please. I want to see my daughter." Amanda replied, "You never saw her when I begged you. Now she doesn't know your face." He wept. Alone. With a full bank account and an empty heart, Amanda didn't go back to Mr. Martins. She raised her child alone. The girl grew smart and strong. Amanda's hustle paid off. One day, she passed by Madame Remy's shop again. This time, Madame Remy waved at her. "Amanda," she called gently. "You're looking good." "I started my own store," Amanda replied proudly. "Small, but I own it." Madame Remy nodded. "I'm happy for you. You learned. That's what matters." Amanda said, "Thank you for not helping me. If you had, I'd still be blind." They laughed, hugged, and healed. Amanda smiled. She looked down at her daughter and whispered, "Never chase a man because of money. You may end up paying with your peace." Amanda wanted a rich man, but she married a stingy one. But in the end, she discovered that poverty is not always in the pocket. Sometimes it's in the heart. And peace. It's more expensive than gold. What she lost in comfort, she gained in wisdom. And what she thought was a mistake, became the fire that shaped her destiny. Thank you for watching. Your like, comment and subscribe keeps me going. Please like, comment, share with your loved ones, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting story. Turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I upload a new video here. Promise to bring more interesting stories. Bye, I love you.